suspect there's going to be two schools of thought about last night. One's going to be, it's all about the points. Got to get the points. Win ugly, don't matter as long as we get the 3 points. The other school of thought was going to be, well, that was poor, really defensive, boring football, side to side. Not the Spurs way, typical Jose type of game. So I guess it's what part you kind of fall into is about how you're feeling. I'm sure everybody feels relieved to have got 3 points. I'm sure everybody's pleased that we didn't concede. There is the added benefit of it being against a London rival, putting them well and truly into a relegation battle, which, we do win anyway. So those elements of it, I guess you can't deny. But from a Spurs fan, a purist Spurs fan's point of view, I'm guessing it'll be about the style of the football and all that that'll be more concerning. And up until the goals, I was sitting there thinking, this is just crap. It's boring. There's no bite. There's no penetration in the team. It was just patient build up all the time. And I was, for me, and again, this is just me, right? But for me, it's about entertainment. I want to see that. I love the old swashbuckling, bombing forward, taking people on and ripping teams apart with quick, fast interplay, and that's what I love. That's what made me fall in love with Tottenham in the first place. So I guess I'm a little bit biased from that point of view. But at the same time, I desperately want us to win. I desperately want us to get the 3 points. So I guess people will say, well, you can't have it both ways, And I suppose at this stage of the season, considering what's happened, I don't think anybody's going to be playing, brilliant football. Maybe in Man City, maybe in Liverpool, although we didn't see evidence of that for Liverpool the other day. But, we're not really in that position at the moment. And I think the qualification for Europe is probably what Jose is looking at now in terms of it's all in the bucket for that option, whether it be Champions League, whether it be Europa League, finishing as high in the season as you can to get you to that, to get the promised land of the Champions League, or at least an opportunity to win a European silverware has to be top of the agenda. So I guess that's where he's coming from, and we all knew that Jose's style of football wasn't going to be what Spurs fans ultimately wanted, but what we desperately wanted was silverware. So I guess you have to kind of compromise, what you're looking for, I guess. But I mean, in terms of the game yesterday, I thought that Dyer and Sanchez looked good at the back. Thought they played quite well. Nothing really troubled them against a poor West Ham side. So, you could say, well, it's only West Ham. But I felt they played okay. They seemed to have been building a little bit of an understanding, which was good to see. Davies, I felt, had a bit of a hit and miss game. Certainly started off a bit shaky, a bit of a worry. I thought they were going to keep getting down that side and expose him. But to be fair to him, he didn't let a lot. He didn't do a lot wrong. He's not that guy that's going to bomb up the left-hand side, so he sort of creates stuff. Although he did have a few forays. I was pleased to see Dele back. I know he splits opinion, but I was pleased to see Dele back. I felt that certainly he contributed a lot. His running was really good. He was working hard. He was pressing. He got into a couple of decent positions. He played Kane into a couple of decent positions. And Mora, he got a little bit of flack yesterday, but I thought he did okay. I thought he looked busy. Bearing in mind it's his first game back, but for me he looked busy. He looked sharp. He was working and so on. And I thought, well, he looked like he had a goal in him. He had a couple of opportunities. It's a shame really that his best effort was straight down the middle. If that had been to one side, I think Fabianski may have struggled. I think the debate about Kane continues. Certainly in the first half, his passing was poor. He wasn't able to get it to anybody. He was clearly off the pace. He was clearly struggling to get into the game. He was dropping deep again. But as the game went on, certainly right into the middle of the game, he started really to shine again. You could see he was getting a little bit of confidence back, getting some crispness back. And I thought, actually he's looking a bit better. You could see him growing into the game. Towards the end of the game, actually just before his goal, I was sitting there thinking, you need to get him off. For me, I understand that he's trying to give him minutes. He's trying to keep him on the pitch, build that up, because he's been out for such a long time. So he really needs to get him game time, game freshness, game fitness. And I guess the only way he's going to do that is to keep him out there. And whilst you're not losing, that's doable. You can do that, because as we saw yesterday, Harry's always got the opportunity of a goal in him. When that ball was played through to him, and he was running onto it, there was an opportunity where you could think his legs are going to go, he's going to run out of steam, and he's going to push the ball too far ahead of him. It's all going to go Pete-Tong. But actually, what he did is he kept control, he kept calm, he kept running, and he took it beautifully. To be fair, he could have got either side. He's clearly got that goal scorer instinct that he was going to take this opportunity, and he took it well. He took it really, really well, and you could tell by his celebration when he laid on the ground that he was knackered. I think that was a sign. And for me, I think I'd have probably said, well done, Harry. Let's have you off. Let's give you a couple of minutes. But I think they're desperately trying to get him back to some kind of level. More so for next season, I'm guessing. Lamela, I thought did okay when he came on. Again, busy, nipping at people's ankles, doing what Lamela does. So I don't think there's any complaints, and I like him in that role where they, as a sub, where they can bring him on a bit of freshness, a bit of attitude. I quite like that. I thought that was good. Lo Celso, I felt had a good game. He didn't do anything wrong. He played well, but I felt he was more holding. Didn't really see him getting the ball forward enough, into clipping passes or stuff like that. It was all very neat and tidy in the middle, short, sharp passing and that kind of stuff. And his passing to Sissoko, who again I thought had a solid game. But Sissoko does what Sissoko does. He keeps it tight, keeps it short, he passes back, he passes sideways. So, I just feel that we're lacking some creativity, or the opportunity for creativity in that middle third, and that's why it became so boring. Is the word. I still don't quite get why Ndombele is not playing at all. Because for a player who's been called out about his fitness, about his weight and all that, you would think that he would be in the same situation as Harry, in needing minutes, needing as many minutes as he can. So I don't get it. I don't get if is there an issue? Has Jose got an issue with the guy? What's going on there? Because even if you're not gonna play him for the whole game, surely you could have some minutes. Surely you could have got him in there towards the end of that game. Certainly when it was 2-0, sort of 10 to play or whatever it was. You would think that Ndombele would get some of them minutes under his belt, get back to playing, get back to feeling the football, at his feet sort of thing. So I really don't understand that. Like I keep saying, I don't get paid the money to understand it. I just give an opinion, I just give my view. But so overall, was it a bad performance? No, it wasn't a bad performance. Did the players do okay? Yeah. Did they get the 3 points? Yeah. Did they keep the clean sheet? Yeah. But Tottenham fans are Tottenham fans, and we've always been known for our desire for attractive football. We haven't always had it, and let's be fair, we haven't always had it, and it hasn't always brought us the results that we've wanted. So I guess we have to take it in the context of what this season is about. This season now is about getting those points, getting as far up the table as we can. Do we get to the Champions League? Debatable, unlikely. Do we get to Europa League? It's possible. I guess that's the way you've got to look at it. Are we getting players fit? Are we getting players minutes? Are we doing what we need to do to get where we need to get to set us up for next season? Because let's be honest, this season's done and dusted. We're not getting anything out of this season apart from possibly a Europa position. And I hate to say it, but and you guys might really disagree with me, but it is what it is. For me, those people turning their noses up at the Europa League, I don't get it. It's such snobbery. It's such modern football for me. And people going, we don't want to be in that, because if we're in that, then we won't have a chance of winning the league. We won't have a chance of getting Champions League qualifications because it puts you back. All that travelling and these guys ain't going in the back of an old bus. They're flying first class all over the place. You might be going in the back of a bus, but they ain't. They're enjoying a luxury flight, staying in a luxury hotel in these places. They talk about mental fatigue, about travelling all that way. I just don't buy it. And this is a competition that you've got more chance of winning. You've got more chance of winning the Europa League than you have of winning the Champions League. And you might go, that's defeatist. It's not defeatist, it's reality. For anybody who thinks our squad currently is good enough to win the Champions League, then I think you're slightly deluded. I think we've got a good squad. I think we've got a lot of potential. I don't think we're in a position to be able to say we're Champions League contenders. And if all you want is to get into the Champions League each year so that you get loads of money coming into your club so that you can pay players more money, then fair enough. But that's what we mocked Arsenal for the best part of bloody 20 years. Top 4 Arsenal, they got into the top 4, well done, congratulations, do you get a trophy for that? No, you don't. And now we've got our own fans saying, let's it's Champions League or bust. Well, it's only the last sort of 4 or 5 years that we've been in the Champions League. Before that, we were in the Europa League, and before that we were in no bloody Europe. You know, desperately trying to get there. You know, and let's not forget, if you win the Europa League, you get into the Champions League by default. So, you know, for me, it's a competition you want to win. It's a competition, if you can't get into the Champions League, it's a competition you want to get into to get you in the Champions League. And you know, like I say, I do get all the complaints about it, you know, Thursday night football and all that, but I personally think most people are turning their noses up at it because of what other fans will say about, oh, welcome to Thursday nights, and all those memes and gifs and all that sort of market. Well, sorry, but for me, I just want to win a competition. I want to win a competition. I want to win silverware. I want my team to do whatever they need to do to get there. So, you know, that's my view. Like I say, it's all about opinions, and that's mine. So, you know, yours could be absolutely different, and I've got no problem with that. But there you go. Such is life. Hopefully, some of you will agree with me. And if you do, that's fine. And if you don't, that's fine as well. Leave your comments below. Tell me what I am. That's fine. It won't be the first time I've been told that by a few people looking at my YouTube. But there you go. It's up to you. You don't have to watch it, I guess. So I'm going to leave you with that thought. And as I say, I'm Spurs.